Good morning and welcome to Jukebox Judgement with me, your host, Dawn Parry. Here on newdawn.fm, I had four fabulous judges on with me here. And we have this morning Barry Upton, Dana Gillespie, Smiley Barnard, and Luke Mornay, all coming in from different parts of the world, including me. So this morning we have Barry coming in from Thailand. I'll come over to you in a moment, Barry. We've got Dana coming in from, where are you, Dana? Lake Maggiore.
Italy.
In Italy, Lake Maggiore. We have Smiley coming in from
Hampshire.
Let's call it Hertfordshire. So Hampshire.
Posher than that.
In the UK, and we have Luke Mornay coming in from Brussels. Good morning to all of you, and I'm in North Somerset here in the UK as well. So we've got a show lined up for you today. Barry, how are you?
Very good, and I'll just give you a clue, all the listeners a clue as to where I am in Thailand. Do 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 do.
Hey.
We've just been down to the bridge, actually, down in Kanchanaburi. That's how you say it. Is the actual town, and we actually just walked over the bridge over the River Kwai, and now we've zoomed up, getting ready for Jukebox Judgement to our resort up in the hills, ready for a running event on Sunday.
Nice.
Sounds fantastic. Dana Gillespie, good morning, lovely lady. How are you?
Morning. Well, I was in Switzerland yesterday and came down from cloisters in the mountains, and I'm now on Lago Maggiore, and I'm here for 10 days and then back to the good old grind to recover from the 4-gig tour of Belgium. God, it takes it out of you. Although Belgium is sort of small, you don't ever have to travel that far to get to your different gigs. But I'm here to do some songwriting.
How lovely, and what a beautiful place to write fabulous songs as well. And Smiley Barnard, hello. How's your week or two been? You've been busy, haven't you?
I've been doing a bit of this and a little bit of that, a bit of producing, bit of drumming, bit of a drumming for Barry the other day, which I'm not allowed to talk about because it's all hush hush. So yeah, all good, thank you. In sunny Hampshire, not Hertfordshire. Thank you.
Did you say drumming or drama? Drumming.
Drumming. As in,
were you a
drumming.
drummer?
I am a drummer. I'm a drummer. Yeah.
He's quite a well-known drummer, but we'll move on.
I can't be that well known. Dana didn't know me, did she?
Well, I started out as a drummer, but in 1963.
We'll have to do drumming stories off air.
Yes.
Off air, but first of all, we've got a show to do, and we have 14. I don't know whether we will get through 14, and we have loads more than 14 to get through if we did all of them that have been submitted, but we couldn't. I've just literally, taken what I can because we missed the usual Jukebox Judgement last week, of course. And we have Luke Mornay. Good morning, Luke Mornay, coming in from Brussels. How are you?
Hey, Don, how are you? I'm good. So far, so good. Everything's good. So it's looking good outside. So hopefully it will be a nice day. So that's already a good start. Whatever happens next.
Oh, come on, Luke. Like people like you and me, we barely get the chance to even go out. There's always so much to do in the studio, isn't there?
Yeah. And the morning was I was quite awake early, so I had some chat with Steve Lillywhite. So I'm giving him a little hello from Brussels as well. He's about to board real soon. So all my love and kisses to him, and a nice flight as well.
Okay. Well, yes, he's on his way back to Indonesia right now.
To reality.
And he was, in fact, very worried that he would oversleep. So he was wide awake an hour earlier than he needed to be, which must have been very, very early this morning because the cab was booked for 5:20. So, Steve Lillywhite, lots of love to you for all of us here on newdawn.fm on Jukebox Judgement, and safe travels to you. Right, we now have the first artist that we need to move on with. So we need pens and paper, and I am the one that's forgotten that bit, which is not great as the host. Okay, so pens and paper at the ready. Sounds like the daily quiz I've been doing. By the way, listeners, if you love music quizzes, we have a music quiz on my breakfast show every morning, 7 a.m. Okay, so we are going to run with the first track, and let's open open these files up. And this is Joe Osgood and the Fathers of Light. And the track is called Never Believers.
Watch this about the never believers. They say they're gonna leave us. I know they're only moving on. And what's that about the people around me? They feel like they're drowning, rolling in on a crestfallen wave. So hold tight, darling, in the dead of the night, when dreams move you like an ocean liner, heading for a distant shore. It's your smile shows me that you feel worthwhile. I'm calling on the draw of a breath when there's no more to be said. I found a long lost love on a desert freeway. I just stopped by. I could take it or leave it. Just don't see the movement that much anymore. I found a long lost love on a desert freeway. I just stopped by. I could take it or leave it. Just don't see the movement that much anymore. Who's there tiptoeing down the silent stairs? I love you 'cause you're always there, though sometimes seems I just don't care. But I'm sure you'll see you heard it all before. But you drew me like a guiding star, never had to travel quite that far. I found a long lost love on the desert freeway. I just stopped by. I could take it or leave it. Just don't see the movement that much anymore. I found a long lost love on a desert freeway. I just stopped by. I could take it or leave it. Just don't see the movement that much anymore. Whoa. Found a long lost love on a desert freeway. I just stopped by. I could take it or leave it. Just don't see the movement that much anymore. I found a long lost love on a desert freeway. I just stopped by. I could take it or leave it. Just don't see the movement that much anymore. Found a long lost love on a desert freeway. Just stopped by. I could take it or leave it. I found a long lost love on a desert freeway. Just stopped by. I could take it or leave it.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, I'm hot now. I've got to take this. So much dancing around there. So that was Joe Osgood and the Fathers of Light with Never Believers. And he he loves writing songs. Barry Upton, would you like to go first, please?
I really loved that. I think we all did by the look on our faces and the response. That was really well put together. A great song, and I love that rhythm. That's a great rhythm. And I saw Smiley there making up his own drum fills in a couple of places. But the drum fills, well, I think were pretty good. They were held back a little bit. I mean, Smiley will correct me on that if I'm wrong, but I think that they got everything just about in the right place there. So what a great start! What a great start to the program! Brilliant.
Thank you, Barry Upton. And I keep seeing Xiang's name there, but Dana Gillespie, because I always read out the name, Dana Gillespie.
Again, what a great start to the show, Dawn. What a fabulous song. For once, I'm not complaining about the diction. I understood everything. The lyrics were interesting. I thought the production was really good. I can't really fault anything, except I'd have been quite happy for it to play on, or perhaps start again once more. Do you know anything about Joe Osgood? I mean, where are they from?
Joe is from London. He or at least he is a London musician, and he's been around for some time, but not actually, broken into any sort of big field, not got a deal, none of this sort of stuff previously. But more recently, he was on Jukebox Judgement, I think it was last year or the year before, with another great track. And he has managed to win himself in-flight airplay or radio play, I should say, whatever it is, in-flight play for British Airways, which is a fantastic accolade. So he's done very well. Anyway, so that's what I know about him. Very British, and
I thought it was a really good song, great song. I mean, how can one better that as a great start? Everyone was looking happy, me included.
Well, wasn't it a fantastic chorus, though? The way that it sort of swung into that. There was a slight change in the emphasis on the beat and so on, and it just goes into this amazing chorus. It takes you with it. Smiley Barnard.
That was fabulous. I think if you had a tick list of everything that should go into a song, it ticked every box. It had light and shade, it had melody, it had structure, brilliantly played, real musicians. I hate to say it was faultless. It had a little bit of Stay With Me by the Faces as well in the chorus, and then a bit of All Around the World by Oasis at the end when they were la la la, and it was literally faultless. So good luck to all the other artists today. We might as well stop now. Here's Sally with the weather,
Bye-bye.
No. We never, ever know. This is the beauty. We don't know the boxes that we open up every single time there's a new track. Luke, thank you for that, Smiley. Luke Mornay.
Yeah, everything has been said already. It's just a fantastic track. Besides, wow, I mean, there's not a lot to say. And actually, the show could end there,
Yeah. And was there anything?
It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. And the production is great. I love the singers, the performance, the voice, everything. Yeah, like Smiley said, it's just faultless,
Yes, absolutely. Well, this is going to be a very, very difficult one to beat. I have to say, I really, really love that track there. As you've all said, it's faultless, but there's something so exciting about it. And then the way that his vocal, also you can feel that emotion in the vocal as well. And then he goes into these soprano kind of top notes here and there, which is just beautiful. Loved it, every single bit about it. Well, thank you for that. That is Joe Osgood, the Fathers of Light, and the track is called Never Believers. Let's move on to the next artist, and good luck to everyone else as well. Yeah. So the next artist is called Amber May. And the track is called Love You Right.
Watching you, I really like your style. And do you know you make me weak when you hit me with that smile? So come a little closer, cause I wanna see you dance. It seems like you could use something to yeah, you ain't no chance. Love you right, baby, let me love you right. Talk to me, darling, tell me what's been on your mind. You seem like you could use something to just give you some time. I know you wanna come with me, so wanna make a bet that if you do, you'll have a night that you will not forget. Love you right, baby, let me love you right. Know that things are going wrong, but let me love you right. Promise you I'm all you need to get you through the night. Come a little closer, boy, and let me hold you tight. Even when there's nothing left, just let me love you right. I can elevate you, I can put you right on top. And baby, I can swear to you that I will never stop. Wanna know a secret? You're the only one I want. 'Cause baby, you give me a high, I never want to stop. Love you right, baby, let me love you right. You look like you need some love, so baby, come with me, and I will give you everything that you will ever need. So go ahead and trust me, boy, I promise you it's true. That if you trust in me now, I will give myself to you. Love you right, baby, let me love you right. I know that things are going wrong, but let me love you right. Promise you I'm all you need to get you through the night. Come a little closer, boy, and let me hold you tight. Even when there's nothing left, just let me love you right. Oh, baby, let me love you right, yeah. Let me love you right, yeah. Right, baby, let me love you right.
That is Amber May with Love You Right. And Amber was born in High Wycombe in England, spent her childhood travelling the world. Her father was a key figure in the development of Cisco systems, which led to numerous family relocations all around the world, from California, Singapore, Bali, and eventually back to the UK. She's London-based, and that track there is Love You Right. So, Smiley, would you like to go first, please?
Yeah, lots to love in that. I liked her a lot. I thought she was really sassy. She had a really good kind of vibe about her, and the song was cool. There was lots of interesting production there. My only gripe, and I don't want to be negative about this, but it was a little bit one-dimensional. Once it got moving, I was waiting for the light and shade, and I know I'm going to repeat myself, and I'm going to get on people's nerves, but it needed live drums. The loop was okay until the first chorus, and then it all needed to kind of change colour a little bit. But apart from that, I thought it was great. I bet she'd be brilliant to grab in the studio. Actually, she's got real talent. So yes, very, very good. But I think needed a little bit more light and shade for me.
Thank you very much. Well, and that's from a song structure front there as well, I'm guessing, Smiley, because it did repeat the same melody line through and through. And Danny Gillespie.
I also felt the song lacked something structurally, but she had a great voice, and it's always nice to hear some saxophone going on. There was a lot good going before it just could have gone somewhere else at one point. I mean, I don't know whether having some girl singers or something when it went into the chorus, or her harmonizing with herself, just to give it a lift somewhere, but actually not bad. And what age are we talking about from her? Do you know? Or
she looks young. I don't know. It doesn't say her age. She looks
okay.
So I'm guessing.
I thought it was a good performance as well. And again, I could hear lyrics, although I felt slightly banal lyrics, but that's tough because she just, you played the track after Joe Osgood, and he had some interesting lyrics, but all in all, pretty damn good.
Thank you very much, Danny Gillespie. Luc Mornay.
Yeah, it was the same. Fantastic voice. The song was great. Just felt they had also a nice hook with the bass line, and maybe they should put that more in the front, or base the track more around that, because the drums felt a bit weak, it felt it didn't work that well. So that's the thing, and also the mix from a mixing standpoint. The voice felt a bit distorted, something warmer to help a voice would have been great. But all the elements are there. Talent is there, absolutely. So there's no discussion about that. So so maybe revise the track a little bit, and I think this is going to be a fantastic.
Okay, thank you very much, Luc Mornay. Barry Upton.
Yeah, I agree with Smiley about the drums. I mean, I know they're programmed drums, and they could have been a little bit more imaginatively programmed. But I did like the bass, as did Luke. I did love the singer, as did everybody. I thought the song was okay up to a point. Like everybody said, structurally, it was okay. It was acceptable. But about 2/3 of the way through the song, she suddenly went into another verse. And I thought, no, you should have gone somewhere else at that point and made it just a little bit more interesting, just for 8 bars or something like that, then gone back to the verse. But a good sound. My only gripe is the saxophone, which I know sounds similar to my last single, with that kind of like very heavily compressed sax. But I think it was just a little bit over-compressed, slightly over-compressed, took the dynamics out of it just a little bit too much.
Okay, well, thank you for that, Barry Upton. Okay, so from a commercial radio airplay standpoint, I loved the very funky feel in the production. That was enjoyable. But, yeah, real drums would be fantastic on it, Smiley. You're quite right there. There's no doubt about that. But for me, there was a real lack in the structure of the song. There was a lack of the song feeling as though it wasn't so repetitive. It was incredibly repetitive. That da 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 all the way round and round and round, just kept on going. And I'd have loved to have seen more dynamics, I think, within the actual song itself. But she had a great voice. The production was great, and we did all enjoy it because we were all moving and funking away. So there we go. That is Amber May with "Love You Right." The production is Stuart Epps. Well done.
Oh, I know Stuart Epps.
You do indeed. Yeah. And Stuart has been to some of our live Jukebox Judgement events as well. Well done, Stuart. Lovely. Yeah, just a slightly stronger song would have been even better. Yeah, Smiley's doing drumming stuff.
Stuart, you know where to call, mate.
There you go. Get the drums on there. Okay, there is now another track. This is called "Before I Die," and this is from Andre Paul.
Not a singer, not a star.
We played that
no
one.
Piano strings or guitar, but these songs I wrote for you. Hope that
Stop.
touch you through and through. Not famous, not unique.
Right, there we go. Sorry,
Yeah.
I've had that before. Thank you for that.
It was Eurovision all over again.
No, it's actually come in under a different name by the looks of it as well. Yeah, sneaky, getting us.
Sneaky. Peter
Well
Andre
tried.
Paul.
Okay, so we will move along quickly then. This is a Belgian band coming up now. They are called C'est Ça, and the track is called Sunrise. C'est as in C apostrophe E-S-T, ça, like, you know, comme ci, comme ça, c'est ça.
Ah.
This is a track called Sunrise.
To places that you haven't seen. I will try to make my own remedy. See the ocean filled with teardrops of sun that shines, but only on your own love. This is the only day that I could craft a mind that goes behind the ozone star that shines and shows you your own future. The world will glow, but only in your own mind. So here I am going, trying to touch the sky, dream of a sunrise, almost too high. I cannot reach, but my mind goes on the picture of a dream, of the feeling of being strong, of being strong. Go through me that lead to your life, a feeling of salvation in your own mind. Glances of a storyline that's written for you, only to find out your own truth. So here I am going, trying to touch the sky, dream of a sunrise, almost too high. I cannot reach, but my mind goes on the picture of a dream, of the feeling of being strong, of being strong. So here I am going, trying to touch the sky, dream of a sunrise, almost too high. I cannot reach, but my mind goes on the picture of a dream, of the feeling of being strong, of being strong.
That was C'est Ça, the band. C'est Ça, spelt C apostrophe E-S-T, capital C-A. And the track is called Sunrise. They are a young band from Brussels, and that's basically all I have there about them, I believe. Dana, would you like to go first, please?
Well, I was wondering whether Luke was going to go first because they were from this band.
All
This
right.
band is from Brussels.
Okay. Let's ask Luke first then. Luke?
Okay.
No, it's okay. I mean, I love the singer's attitude, but the song was not really working for me. Some really good musicians, you can feel some really good musicians, but at some point in the middle of the track, things seemed a bit off, not like in sync or something. Something went wrong, and so to me, I believe they have to work on better material and also try to find it's not just some identity, but something more personal. It felt like the more acting. There are possibilities to make something more personal, I believe. The talent is there for that.
Okay, now I've just got a few more details now. I can't look up the details when the tracks are playing now. Luke, you're going to have to help me on this one. I don't know what's happened to the system since we changed it over, but it's playing up. So they're actually from Ghent, not Brussels, and this is a new single, Sunrise, as we just heard there, and the song came from a deeply personal place. Well, I would suggest they'll need to make us feel that. That is still all we've got really about them. There's no kind of further detail on them personally, but young band from Ghent. Okay, sorry, Luke, back to you.
No, it's all good. I've said everything already. So yeah, the talent is there, but the song was not there for me. It's good, but it's cool, but it's not something we need to stand out.
Okay, thank you very
much. The current stage.
Thank you, Danny Gillespie.
Well, I found all the sort of shimmering sounds that were going on in the background of the backing. At the beginning, it was okay, but they should have done a bit of alteration to keep your attention a bit more. My bugbear, as you know, every time is that I can't always understand the lyrics. Although I probably got about 65% of them, and I want to know what people are singing about. There's nothing really wrong with it, but it could be better somehow. But if they're young, I mean, hey, I don't know how young is young these days, but this is it's going in the right direction, though quite what Sunrise was about, I don't know. But one could just say really to c'est sa bonne chance, because if they're young, they can get better.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much for that, Danny Gillespie. Barry Upton.
Well, at our age, everything's young.
Every one
of them. But I think they're showing promise. There is a few things they've got to learn. First of all, don't put a section in where the timing is out, because we all looked at each other when it came to that point, and she said, "You really don't want that." And things were not going too bad up until then. The thing that I didn't like was the kind of attitude of the song, because it's called Sunrise. I love that word. It's a very nice, the name of the band, César, is great. So you're expecting something a little bit softer. And so I just felt the delivery was a little bit too aggressive for what I was expecting to hear.
A bit clunky.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to hear something nice and smooth, something that would sound great on a breakfast show, when the sun was rising, and you were feeling, oh yeah, I could the feel of the sunrise is coming through in the music, and I didn't feel like that was happening. So I think they've got a couple of things to learn, but like Dana said, bonne chance, and let's wait for the next one.
Yes. Thank you very much for that, Barry Upton. Smiley Barnard.
Yeah, see, this is where we got to differentiate between the song and the production. Now, the song had quite a strong chorus line. I quite like the chorus, quite like his voice. But that annoying keyboard that came in after 3 seconds, and it didn't go away. And it was instantly Ibiza. And it was instantly a little bit like, okay, is this a dance track or is this and it wasn't a dance track. And then definitely got to the middle bit and it went out of sync. The drums are about 2 BPM behind everybody else. So whether they put the rhythm track down first and then recorded on the top of it, something wasn't sitting quite right. I think they missed the trick. I think they went down that kind of keyboardy Ibiza route, and I think the song was better than that. And I think it would have been better. We'll just basically sack the keyboard player and it'd be a lot better.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Smiley Barnard.
It's his PA.
Yes,
He's never late.
you've been in those bands as well.
It's his PA.
Okay. So, from well, commercial radio airplay perspective, do I even remember it right now? And that's always the trick.
It's been a while, Dawn.
Well, don't. Yeah. Do has it struck a chord with me? Has it made me feel, gosh, I want to hear that again? Sadly and unfortunately, no, it hasn't done that for me. So thank you very much for that. C'est ça from Ghent with your track called Sunrise. I would say, yeah, try again, try harder, and take the advice of the producers here as well. Let's move on to the next artist we have. Now, this is Evil. Now, she has put forward music previously and done very well. This is a track called Get With Me, and Evil. And Evil, her father actually is a rock show presenter as well here on newdawn.fm. So let's have a listen to Evil. It's spelt Evil, but she likes to be called Evil. So let's have a listen.
But you're never gonna. You think you struck a bit of luck, but we're never gonna. Now he's sending me a picture. Don't you know I'm gonna? You know it's not your best feature, and we're never gonna. We're never gonna. We're never gonna. I love to lead you on. You're just a game to me. You're so fun to string along. You're so dumb that you can't see that I am so out of your league. So girl, away.
Think you can get with me? I've had enough. You think you need to see? You're gonna make me throw up.
Funny that you think you got a chance. You think that you can get it, but you can't. Please, I only did it for a laugh. Yeah, I knew it from the start. This was never gonna last. No, you think you're getting any closer, but you're never gonna. You think you struck a bit of luck, but we're never gonna. I love to lead you on. You're just a game to me. You're so fun to string along. You're so dumb that you can't see that I am so out of your league. So girl,
Gosh, Get With Me, the name of that track from Evil. Barry Upton, would you like to go first, please?
I really loved it. She makes me laugh, and I think that there's some great. And it's her father that produces it. Is that right?
No, he
Oh.
he is he does a rock show for us that is
Ah.
on a Friday. In fact, it will be on later today at 3 p.m. this afternoon.
Okay, just before my show.
Just before your show, in fact, Barry, at 4 p.m. Quick
Get
plug.
that plug in.
Yeah,
Okay.
nice plug.
Well, I think whoever's produced that has obviously put a lot of work into it, and I think it's quite good. It's not. 100% for me. I think there was a couple of sections I thought, I'm not sure about that. But generally, I like the fact that they're trying something different. And she's got a great sense of humor. I think she won the last time she was on. I think she won it.
She
Yeah,
did.
and I remember seeing a live version of that particular song, the one that won it last time, and it was excellent. It really was a great performance by her. So she's got a lot of talent. I think the thing that probably I didn't like in this song was where certain words have been cut out because they're obviously expletives or something, and they're there to be cut out to say, oh, she's singing an expletive. But it was just a little bit too much. One or two of them would have been great, but it was quite too many, I thought. But on the whole, a good track, well produced, and it's different. It's different. I like that. I like the fact that they're trying to be ambitious.
Well, it's certainly a piece of art, isn't it? Luke Mornay.
Actually, there's not a single track of Evil that I didn't like. It's really good, and I think that deserves more exposure because the talent is there. Yeah, she won the other day for a reason, and I believe that this track is good. It was also funny. The part with the cuts were interesting because it has some comic effect, because the time that you get the joke into it, the funny side of it is working for me. So it was not too much. I think personally, I found it was the perfect timing. On the production, it was great as well. They always come up with interesting ideas, mixing it goes from silence to a scream, so which is great.
Okay.
No, frankly, I really love the track. So congratulations again to Evil.
Thank you very much for that, Luke Mornay. Yes, she sort of toys with you the same way that, the track was clearly all about how fickle she is with a guy, which I kind of like that because it rings bells for us women, I think. Danny Gillespie.
Well, I also liked it, and I liked the fact that, actually, I would have liked, it's a shame that one has to sort of have words cut out because obviously if there's a sentence that ends with luck, what's the next sentence going to be? You can kind of work that out. And I wish one day we'll actually come to the point where you can do that. Well, you can if you're Lola Young or something, if you listen to a lot. I actually really enjoyed this. I also thought it was adventurous for her. I mean, if she goes out live, I might be interested to go and see what she does. And I particularly like, because she's obviously English, she doesn't sing last, it's last, or not can't, it's can't, which I think is really important. I can't bear it when you kind of lapse into an Americanism when you're obviously English. I enjoyed the production. It was inventive and kept my attention. Good for her.
Yes, indeed. And that was the clean version because her father only sent me the clean version. Now, people out there who submit, just because I speak the way I do, it doesn't mean to say I don't, that I won't play songs with swear words in. I will happily. It's all cool with us. Now, Smiley Barnard.
Yeah, don't be fooled, viewers. She likes to swear up old Dawn. Absolutely, of a morning, off air. Oh dear. That really adventurous. What I loved was you didn't know what was coming next, so we were all like literally every 8 bars something new was happening. There was a lot going on. With kind of backing vocals, and then the tempo changes and the light and shade. Very cool. As Dana said, like I bet she's brilliant live.
Yes.
So it served the purpose that for someone like me, I will now go and check her out, which obviously is I would have thought is the main thing about coming on this show.
Absolutely.
You hear an act to go, I'm going to go and check him out later. So brilliantly produced. Whoever got hold of that was fabulous, I thought.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, I don't have those details, unfortunately, but I'm sure Richard Sheldrake, if you could let me know, or Evil, if you let me know yourselves who produced it, that would also be good because it's always good to give producers a quick plug as well on this show. So there we go. Has everybody spoken? Yes, I think so. We started with Luke, didn't we? Yes. So, okay. So that was Evil with Get With Me. Well done, Evil. Another fantastic track. And the next artist is called Flynn, Flyn, and the track is called Bodyguard.
You from the creeps you meet. I'll be your shadow all of the time. I'm gonna make sure you stay mine. You better watch who you're talking to, 'cause I'll beat 'em up, that's what I'll do. I'll never leave you out of my sight, but if again you get somewhere to hide, I'll be your rock to the end of time.
That is called Bodyguard, as you just heard there, and that is from Flynn. Now, I'm doing a quick search in here, and it looks as though I'm not coming up with the details immediately, but I will find those while we're chatting. But I think we have had a submission from Flynn before, and anyway, so I'll have a rummage for that. Who'd like to go first on this, please? Smiley?
Yeah. There was a lot to love in that. My only thing was that I thought it took too long to get to that outro chorus, because the outro chorus was joyous, and it took ages to get there. And once it got there, it finished. I would have pulled that in 30 seconds in, because I thought the first bit, it was interesting, but it didn't really go anywhere. It stayed on that same chord progression in the verse and the bridge and the chorus, and it was well played, and it had a real hook. And then it hit that fantastic outro chorus, and it was done. I think he missed the trick there. I would restructure, but there's a lot to love in that.
Thank you. Right. Well, I've just found here that it's not telling me where Flynn is actually from, but Flynn is. This is the sixth single that he has put out, and he wrote this song when he was 18. The influences are the glam rock era of that time, especially Slade and T-Rex, apparently. But it's not actually telling me where he is from. But yeah, there we go. Shame that, because I do love knowing where artists come from, which part of the world. It's also in Dutch as well as in English, the writing that's been sent to me. So anyway, but with a name like Flynn and his look with the red hair, I'm guessing, well, Ireland, Scotland. Barry Upton.
Or Dutch.
Or Dutch, possibly. I don't think so, though. But Barry Upton.
I was trying to love their song. I kept thinking, I can see what they're trying to do, but I didn't like it. There were so many sections in it where they were trying to be the hook, and this is trying to be the main section, and there really wasn't. It became something and nothing. The lyrics didn't grab me at all. I thought there's very amateur-y kind of lyrics. And right from the very word, I want to be your bodyguard, I thought, oh, here we go. And they didn't disappoint me. And so, yeah, as Smiley said, there's some good playing on it. It's okay. But I think the main ingredient that's missing out of the whole thing, there's lots of ingredients which are good, but the main ingredient is a sense of fun. And I didn't get a sense of fun from it. So it left me cold.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that, Barry Upton. Danny Gillespie.
Well, I want to be your bodyguard. I don't know that one could expect fun, actually, Barry. I would have liked a bit more eroticism, and I found his voice a bit weak at the beginning. The first part of the song is kind of in the minor key. I disagree with Smiley, though, because when it went into that major thing with the drum on the on beat, that's when I really got turned off, because I hate that kind of, it sounded a bit cheesy for me. It sort of didn't settle for me. It just left me wanting it to be better than it was. So it just left me feeling disappointed. Not good.
Yes. It's never a good way to leave a woman, is it?
Oh, I quite agree.
Yeah, absolutely. And there was
I don't know.
line.
I don't know. I've never done it.
The men are laughing.
I was going to say, it never happens to Barry, ever.
Barry, the fact you remember every single woman in your life makes me believe otherwise. Anyway,
It's been a long week, Dawn, that's why.
one of the lines in that track, though, when he said, "Because I'll beat him up, that's what I do," I started laughing. I couldn't take the song seriously.
That's what I mean. The lyrics were poor.
They were really quite funny. Luke Mornay.
Yeah, for me the track didn't work. It felt like that we have a na and whatever we put on that will do.
Yes.
And all went it all went with the same direction. Also at the same time, the guitar is playing along the same thing. At some point, it's like, oh my God, please stop. And
I didn't expect
that.
Brutal.
So at some point, I was protecting myself from listening.
The emotional response, Haley.
yeah. So that's it. I think because they say they have talent, they can play and can sing, but it was a way too easy. It was too obvious, So for me, it didn't work.
Well, that's when things become a little bit crass as well, isn't it? When the obvious, the expected just turns up and you think, oh dear. Oh, well. Okay, well, that was Flynn. Sorry, Flynn, if you are tuned in. There we go, a bit of poetry.
There's a line.
The poet, and she didn't know it.
Anyway, and the track Bodyguard. Thank you for that. Let's move on to the next artist. The next artists are from Singapore. They have sent a track in called Will I Ever? Come on, show up. It's the Leslers anyway, and for some reason it's not showing me what it's called. It is just Will I Ever. That's why. It's called Will I Ever. And the artists are the Leslers, spelled Leslars.
We've been away for some time now. Seems like time has slipped away. We had all the chances, yet no good answers. What if we kept the promises we made? Whisper things I know will make you laugh. Your absence, did you know? My room in this left cold. Would you give us another chance? Will I ever see you appear out of the blue? Will I ever see you? Will I ever see you appear out of the blue? Will I ever see
Right, now that was the Leslers, and that was recorded and produced by a 15-year-old in his bedroom. His name is Chris Lesler, and he's writing sending his track in. He plays in a band with his family in Singapore, and so they are a Eurasian family band known for their lively, heartfelt, homegrown music that blends indie pop and rock influences, and written and produced by the children, 15 years old, and accompanied with their parents Monica on bass and Chris on guitar. There we go. So, Smiley, would you like to go first, please?
I knew you were going to ask me first. It's the Partridge Family, isn't it? Bless them. If he's 15 and he produced that, then hats off. There's a couple of little things in there that weren't quite great. The pitching was a little bit iffy. And it was just a 4-chord trick. It just went round in circles. It didn't go anywhere. It stayed on the same 4 chords with those awful drums. But apart from that, it was great.
Thank you very much, Smiley Barnard. Luke Mornay.
Yeah, it was really tough for a couple of reasons. And I mean, 15 years old can explain a lot of things. So I think there's a lot of work to be done there. But definitely also find something about the singer and the tuning is a good start. And also the mix, the cymbals were really with unprecedented levels, in mixing. So that's a new, as that's a first.
Of course, yeah.
And no, they really need to get a lot of work into it. It's not there yet. And frankly, I didn't like the song, but it doesn't mean that they need to stop in what they're doing, but they really need to level up a lot.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much indeed, Luc Mornay. And Danny Gillespie.
Well, I was about to really trash it until you said it was a 15-year-old. So then, of course, you have to go, well, good on somebody to even get that together. I hated the drums. I don't like that kind of tone of voice, actually. Was that him singing? And he has, or is that his mother?
No, I think
it's hard to tell.
It's Auntie Carol.
It's either the, hang on a minute. I think it is the sister, the daughter.
Yeah, I can't really say anything nice about it. And I know especially Dawn, what it's like over in Singapore, or if you're in one of these kind of other countries, I guess hats off that anyone gets anything together in Singapore musically, because it's not often that you hear that much fabulous music coming from Singapore.
Well, actually, there is a huge amount of fabulous music. As Barry Upton and myself, we were in Singapore last year, and
I know you were
live Jukebox Judgements in Singapore, and the music was utterly outstanding. The artists are outstanding, and the quality of work and production and songwriting and playing was utterly outstanding.
Well, I stand corrected on that, but I think the Lesslers need to go a bit further. But hey, if you're 15 and you're just experimenting or whatever, maybe this is his third album, who knows? But
it's tricky third album.
They need to it's the drumming was naff. It was just corny, actually. It's sort of, there was nothing directly from the heart, and that bothers me because everything was a bit cliched.
Of course. Okay. Thank you for that, Danny Gillespie. Barry Upton.
Yeah, you're right, Dawn. There was some great music in Singapore, and when you said it was from Singapore, I thought, oh, here we go. This is going to be good.
Yeah,
and
same here. Yeah.
My heart completely sank, when it started, and there was first of all the guitar sound was dreadful. I mean, I don't know if I thought, oh, maybe they're trying to make a grungy sound, and it's supposed to be dreadful, But I really didn't like it. That turned me off right from the very start. And then when the whining vocal came in, that's when the sunglasses went on, and that was when it was like, I don't really want to hear the rest of this song. And okay, they're 15, and it's a family thing, and they're making it for themselves, but they've got to start to realize that part of making producing a record is getting something out of it yourself and producing it for yourself, but also think about the listener and think of what how they're gonna react to it. And sometimes you have to make little compromises with what you do, or you have to learn more just so that you know what the listener is expecting. And it's a trade-off between what you really want to hear and what you think or what you learn that the listener wants to hear. So I think they've got a lot of learning to do.
Yes, indeed. From a commercial airplay point of view, I'm sorry, but it doesn't it doesn't actually work at the moment in its current format. There's one of the things that every single artist needs to remember, and that is that the purpose of your art, while it's there to please you, ultimately what you want from it is for others to find pleasure in it. And so it's really important that everything that you put out actually is entertaining, whether it makes people cry, makes them laugh, makes them jump around, sing, want to have sex, whatever it is. It's got to be something that's entertaining.
And everyone reached for their sunglasses instead. To me, you couldn't find mine.
Should always have them ready, Dana.
I'm going to look for a pair right now.
Just in case.
Barry's got two pairs.
Just in case.
Liz, we're in different hemispheres of the world, aren't we? Well, we have listeners tuned in from all over the world at the moment as well. So good morning
These will do.
Or good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are. And it's very late in California. Danielle Slausby, good morning to you. Oh, good night to you. It's very late there. And she's tuned in and listening right now as well. So let's move over or on to another artist. This is Hans Krakow. And the track is called The Way It Used to Be. Oh.
Lonely table just for one, in a bright and crowded room, while the music has begun. I drink the memories in the gloom. Though the music's still the same, it has a bittersweet refrain. So play the song the way it used to be, before she left and changed it all to sadness. And maybe if she's passing by the window, she will hear a love song and the melody. And even if the words are not so tender, she will always remember the way it used to be. Friends stop by and say hello, and I laugh and hide the pain. It's quite easy till they go, then the song begins again. So play the song the way it used to be, before she left and changed it all to sadness. And maybe if she's passing by the window, she will hear a love song and the melody. And even if the words are not so tender, she will always remember the way it used to be.
Well, there we go. That is that is Hans Krakow, The Way It Used to Be. And we've already got comments coming in. Catherine Gormley from Scotland. Good morning, Catherine. She says, Engelbert, eat your heart out. Barry Upton, would you like to go first on this one, please?
Well, that was the winning Eurovision song from 1965. And I think it was Luxembourg. I'm not sure. Hans
Sounds like it, doesn't it? Listeners, it wasn't. That's just, Barry's take.
That's just me making something up. Yeah. Well, how can you judge that? It's very difficult because, okay, there's bits of it that was quite a nice song. It had the elements of a Eurovision song. Remember last week I was talking about the dominant 5 major going to the 1 minor, which is in nearly all Eurovision songs, and that had it. So it would be a good Eurovision song. Yes, it was a bit Engelbertish. I think Engelbert would have sung it better, and he's got some better songs as well. So it's almost there. It's got shades of being a great hit, but 60 years ago.
Yes, yes. Well, actually, and funnily enough, there are a few people saying, "I'm sure that this is a cover." It actually isn't a cover. I'm now trying to find the submission, and it's proving to be tricky to try and find it because there are many Hanses, from Hans Zimmer to Hans all sorts who have sent emails just recently. Anyway, so but let's move along. Dana Gillespie.
Hans Knees and Bumpsy Daisy. Well, Hans Kackel, it sounds like he's from Germany. He says he's he says de rather than the. So you can tell, or Dutch maybe. Yeah, well, Barry said it, Eurovision. You know, I remember when Eurovision started. So it's that kind of song. It's a shame that the drums were sort of little, you could hardly hear the drums. I think they could have done the production better. It's so dated that one wonders who actually would run out and, I was going to say buy the record, but you can't buy records any longer anyway. But downloading it just sort of misses it. Even what he's singing about is a bit dated. You know, is she going to walk by the window and remember, which doesn't rhyme with tender, but I'm from the Noel Coward school of rhyming. It just was so old-fashioned that I'm sure somebody out there will like it, but it's sadly not me.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that, Dana Gillespie. And Luke Mornay.
Yeah, it reminded me of a singer in Belgium called Eddie Wally. It was really like some sort of songs from the 60s, indeed. So the voice was cool. The song was okay. I didn't like let's say, the trumpets. They were a bit weird and too much. Something was wrong with them. So yeah, it's hard to pin something on that, you know. It's a song, you like it or you don't. I didn't hate it. I didn't really like it. It was okay.
Kind of
but I appreciate the effort because it's let's say it's quite uncommon to come with something like that these days, you know.
Very true. And Smiley Barnard.
Well, I was absolutely loving it. And then my mate Mickey texted me and said Tony Angelino and the Gwing Gwing Gwass of Home and from Only Fools and Horses. And it suddenly the singing Dustman. And it threw me a little bit. But it was brilliantly produced. And if it is tongue in cheek, it's genius. If it isn't, it's dated. So if you can find out which side of the line, because that's like between an 8 and a 6 for me. So I'm going 7 at the moment, but if that was tongue in cheek, very funny.
Okay, I don't.
Talking of very funny, Barry.
Sorry, I just got to. There was just a point in that which I totally agree with you. I thought, is this a send up? Because it reminded me of "In the Canyons of Your Mind."
Yeah,
which is
something. If it's a wind up, that's a brilliant wind up. And whoever did that,
and those backing vocals when they
Hans
came in
Crackle,
on the backing parts, I thought that's over the top. Is this a wind up?
I reckon it's one of Steve Lillywhite's, and he sent it in quietly.
Yeah, he's just found in his loft.
Right, here we go. No, it is not a wind-up or a send-up.
Oh,
Hans Krakow. And
even the name.
Yeah. But there are no details there either. Which is a bit of a shame because I'd have liked to have known a little bit more from this individual. And it was so he's from the Netherlands, and it was sent in by Geert Hacks. That's all I have here. No actual details on the artist. But I will send through a picture of the artist and you'll all see. He has got the moustache and the hairdo and the rose on his... Honestly, the whole look.
Please tell me he's got a medallion.
He's got a big necklace. That's true. He thought, and a big.
Thought you were going to say something else.
I knew you thought that, Dana. And I'll tell you what else he's got. He's got a big belt, a big gold thing in the middle of his belt. Very medallion man, I would say. Yeah, I'll I'll take a picture of that and send it across to all of you. Okay, let's move on to the next artist. So the next artist we have they're called Janines, as in JEANINES, and the track is called What's Lost.
The bottom drops out, a silence unfolds. You cover your eyes, your silence.
Janine's What's Lost? And I'm just getting some lots of messages coming in here. Smiley, would you like to go first on that one, please?
Yeah, love that. 60s, 60s. It was like the mamas and the papas, and the sun was just coming through the trees here. And I love that. I could be cynical, and I'm not going to, because I thought it was lovely. If that was what they were going for, that 60s harmonies, feel-good factor, brilliant. Loved it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that, Smiley Barnard. Luke Mornay. Luke, no, sorry, I just picked on Luke because he's just sending texts. He's sending me a text. Come on, Luke. Yeah, there's something slightly out of control. Dana, what are we going to do with these guys?
Let me recall. Please go with Dana.
Okay, so Dana, would you like to go first there, please?
Well, I didn't like. Were you serious, Smiley? I hated
I loved it. It was great.
I thought they were out of tune. I can't bear la la la's and things like that. It sounds to me though that maybe they came from, I don't know, Scotland or something. You could hear this in a little pub in the middle of nowhere, and they're sort of in the corner, a trio playing. This is everything I don't like. So probably you shouldn't ask me anything.
Well, no,
I just had no interest in it at all.
Okay.
That's it. Sorry.
Okay, that's all okay.
Why didn't Luke speak? Were you speechless?
No, he was texting. He was texting me. So I thought, right, catch him off.
I just sent you something, Dana, on your phone. You should see it in WhatsApp.
I heard a ping.
Yeah, that was me.
Dick pic? Hang on, let me have a look.
No, it's not a dick pic. Oh my
This is
God,
a whole
this
different
is a
show,
lie.
isn't it? Now?
Can we just move on? Now the answer. Now, come on, let's
That's
think.
the
Smiley,
less.
I'm going to send you a text, all right?
Dear, oh dear. Okay. So, Janine's, these are the people that we are after your comments on, please. So, who am I getting this from? Barry Upton.
Barry.
Okay, I totally agree with Smiley. I've picked up on that kind of 60s vibe, and I really liked it. I thought there's a lot about this that I really shouldn't like because of the stuff that I haven't liked over the years that's similar to this. But it was done. There was a bit of charm about it. There was this little bit of charm about the simplicity of it all and the general sound. And the fact that it only lasts for 2 minutes, I think that's a good little radio song.
Yeah, cute little song, a little bit dry for my liking personally, but yes. Anyway, thank you for that, Barry Upton. Luke Mornay.
Go there.
No, not at all. Not at all, Barry. No, you're right. It's a good little song. Luke Mornay. Sorry, well, I'm actually looking at a different screen to all of you lot. I'm looking to see have we got any details about Janine's, and no, there aren't here that I can see. I'll find something while you're still chatting.
I forgot that the only thing I would have changed in it I would have bought or maybe added a Rickenbacker 12-string to give it that real 60s sound, you know, the Birds kind of sound. Because the jangly guitar in the background was okay, but it was a little bit thin. A 12-string Rickenbacker would have sorted that out.
Yeah, that would have helped. I agree.
Yes, probably. Janine's will be touring the UK in July.
I bet Dana won't be there.
No. Right. Well, I'm trying to find out some details about them here for everyone, because this is their chance to be showcased, and 2 of the judges so far have liked the track. Where are they from? I want to know. So anyway, their influences have been from 60s folk of early Fairport Convention, Vashti Bunyan, and the Sunshine Pop of Margot Goodian and Laura Nyro, and indie pop touchstones like Dear Nora, Marine Girls and Dolly Mixture. But it's not telling me whereabouts in the world they're from, which is, I do like to know these things, because we're all so international these days. Anyway, there we go. So that is the Janine's. And
Luke didn't say anything. He just sent us pictures.
Exactly. He's about
Speak, Luke, speak.
And he's about
Luke, we want to know your view.
Yeah, I like this kind of songs, but I didn't like that one. It was amusing in a way. I'm not sure that it was their intention, at least for me. So no, I didn't like the song. I'm really sorry. And yeah, maybe I'm not sure the guitar will help anyway for me. So
Okay, thank you very much for that, Barry Upton. Sorry, Luke Mornay. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm looking at too many screens at the same time. Looking at Barry as Luke's talking. Sorry. Let's move on to the next artist then. And let's see what we've got here. This is a band called Lightheaded. And the track is called The View from Your Room. Lightheaded and The View from Your Room. Now, this has also been sent in by the same person who sent in Janine's with What's Lost.
that means a lot.
Right, now, chaps, let's hold this together, please. Okay. Smiley, would you like to go first, please?
Oh, I'm just going to get on everybody's nerves because I really liked it. Well, no, now see, if that was tongue in cheek, like, I thought I'd knocked a button and I'd gone to Gold UK because it was like going all the way back to the swinging 60s. Bizarrely, it was better when they weren't singing with the kind of Ron Burgundy jazz flute in it. I don't know. I've got a feeling someone's playing a prank on you this morning and sending you in these crazy old 60s tunes that someone's rehashed and having a bet. I'll bet you a tenner I can get it on Dawn Parry's show because it's so out of context. And the last two have been, and then you've had Tony Evangelino as well earlier. I think someone's playing a trick. I reckon it's Lillywhite. There's a reason Steve Lillywhite isn't here today, and I reckon this is all part of his cunning plan.
He sent them in.
I reckon he sent all of these in to trick us up. See if he can get one over on us. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Let's think of the artists here. Please.
Okay. Yeah. No. It was. I found it nice, pleasant background music, and I like the birds singing in it. It was great.
Well, I thought that's one bit. I thought that it was a little bit a bit naff.
Elevator music, wasn't it?
Well, the birds on it were a little bit. That was a little bit weird, wasn't it? Because
they were the ones in tune.
Because I think I've got them on here somewhere. No, that's not them. There they are. I got those. You see, sounded like those to me. Let's shut them up right now. Okay, so a little bit, have we got a little bit about the band? Well, formed on the shore of New Jersey in 2017 by Cynthia Rittenbach. And so they are from the US, and they are an unusual kind of sound again. And they've also gone for this kind of 60s charm sound in a way. So did you finish saying what you were saying there, Smiley?
Yes. I said it with a big smile on my face. I
You
enjoyed
did
it.
indeed. Okay, thank you very much.
Do.
Okay, well, the thing is that sometimes I'm looking at the other screens, desperately trying to find the information.
You're just looking at Barry again, aren't you? You've got to stop this obsession.
No. Okay, Danny Gillespie.
Well, I didn't find it was from a charm school at all. I couldn't understand a single word. I hated the production. And I was hoping for it to be good, because I thought, if you call yourself lightheaded, well, maybe there's going to be something slightly stony about it, or, and then View from Your Room. Well, I wouldn't have known what it was about. So it left me feeling as bad as the Janines. So, yeah, it didn't do a thing. I haven't got anything really to say about that. I actually thought it was a bit of a piss take as well, a joke.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, from New Jersey or wherever they are. But the name is nice, lightheaded. I go with that.
Okay, thank you very much. Luc Mornay.
Yeah, it's in the same vein as the previous one. So let's say that I was quite surprised with some choices by sending the whole track through some reverb or something, which was weird. So that was the interesting part, but the rest I didn't like.
Okay, thank you very much, Luc Mornay. And Barry Upton.
Yeah, I started off by thinking lightheaded. That's a good name for a band. View from Your Room. What a great title for a track. That's conjuring up all kinds of things about I'm going to your room and I'm going to be looking out the window at voyeurism. It's got there's going to be such a lot of great things in this track. And then there was nothing, absolutely nothing. It was just a like Tangerine Dream on speed. Well, they probably were on speed. But the thing was, as Luke just mentioned, it was all reverb. So sometimes when you're mixing a track, as everybody will know here, you sometimes solo the reverb send or the reverb returns. And that's what it sounded like. It sounded like they'd soloed the reverb returns and just left it like that. And that was the mix. So unfortunately, that's why you couldn't hear any lyrics. There was no character to the song. Unfortunately, it's a from me.
Okay, well, there we go. And do I think it's a track that is likely to be on my breakfast shows?
Oh no, she found the sound effects button.
Yep, we're not going to be. No,
That was great.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, but
I won't be playing that one. So
anyway, Don, it's just 2 minutes.
yeah.
What's
Oh gosh, that could be used for so many things, couldn't it? Well, let's move on to the next artist, and I'm hoping that we have some slightly more exciting and interesting things coming up ahead. We have it's the name I like, the Forensics. Never heard of them, but with a name like the Forensics, surely they've got to be good. Barry's got a joke on that. Yeah, I'm sure he just hasn't thought of it yet because he's multitasking. No, he's not. He's texting as well. Right, the Forensics.
I'm not texting. I'm writing the name down. Forensics.
Oh, of course you don't have pen and paper. So the band are called the Forensics, and the track is called Maxine.
Just can't forget all the places where we've been, and I just can't erase all the things that we have seen. Now I lie awake 'cause I see you in my dreams. Oh please Maxine, set me free.
the Forensics, and that is Maxine. And this is okay. So the Forensics are from Preston in the UK, and they have quite an impressive CV when it comes to supports. They've supported the Snuts, Andrew Cushion, and Deco. And they would be delighted if we played this. Well, we've played it. What do we think of it? Barry Upton, would you like to go first, please?
I like the song. I didn't like the production. I thought they're playing it quite well, and it comes over okay. Some of the rhymes, I thought, I'm not sure about that. And the fact that they go Maxine, 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 Maxine was a little bit annoying. But generally, I think there is quite a good song in there. I didn't like the noise. It was just a bit too noisy for me, if that makes sense. It was just a bit overdone. The backing track was Smiley will disagree because he makes his songs noisy. But for me, if it was a little bit cleaner, it would have been a nicer sound and better for radio, I think. But not bad. I'm a bit 50-50 on it.
Thank you very much, Barry Upton. He's always telling me what's good for radio.
I'm not telling you to
We always disagree. Well, sometimes we agree, actually.
Not always. No.
Sometimes we agree. Thank you for that, Barry Upton. Smiley.
Well, I must have got up on the right side of the bed this morning because I love that. I do like a bit of noise, actually, Barry. Thank you. See, that ticked so many boxes for me. I thought it was a fantastic hook. He's got a great voice, really well played, light and shade, and it cleverly got to kind of the last third, and the whole rhythm changed. It went to like half time, which was brilliant, which is really clever, really thoughtful. Thought it was well produced. That's right up there for me today. Love it.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Smiley. And Luke Mornay.
Yeah, I loved every bit of it. Besides the mix, indeed, it was too aggressive, and it would have helped to make it more, let's say,
spacious.
No. I think maybe a warmer sound for that. To just bring everything to your face, but without being, let's say, aggressed by the sound. That's the only part for me, but all the rest was great. I believe the song was great, the singer was great. And at some point, yeah, I think they need a really good mix for it because it's great. Frankly, it's really good and nice hooks. Everything was there. Loved it.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Luke Mornay. And Danny Gillespie.
Well, everyone else has said it. It's kind of the mix that lets it down for me because it sounded like a noisy. It's just one wall of noise, but there's some good things in there too. But everyone else has said what I would have said, so I don't need to speak anymore. So you can play another new track.
Thank you for that, Danny Gillespie. Yes, and radio airplay. Well, I will listen to it again before absolutely deciding on whether that gets airplay or not. Only really because I have to agree with Barry on that there is a kind of wall of sound that just felt a little bit too much right up front rather than for me. I like it when you do have a little bit of space around sounds and things, even if they're up front, at least when you get to feel as though you can hear them with a bit more clarity. Let's move on to the next artist, shall we? Everybody has spoken on that one, haven't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the Groovy Shirt Club, and the track is "Can You Hear Me?" So, Smiley has just popped back. The Groovy Shirt Club, "Can You Hear Me?"
Sorry.
Can you hear me calling to you? Can you hear me? I'm into you. You don't know me, but you're into me. And I'm scared that I won't find you, baby. Can I when the Sandman takes over, can you see me? I long for you. You're out there somewhere, and you long for me. And it's cold out here without you, as I breathe deep within you. Is it too much to ask to wanna share a smile? Is my head in the clouds, thinking I can dream for a while? Reach me with the insight and wisdom. Reach me. Oh, move me with your heartfelt kindness. Move me to tears of joy in love unbroken. Crack my voice with love unspoken. Is it too much to ask to wanna share a smile? Is my head in the clouds, thinking I can dream for a Can you feel me when I kiss you in the darkness? Can you feel me? Reach out for me. Somehow I feel you touch me, 'cause I'm here right beside you. Lie still, I will find you.
The Groovy Shirt Club, and that is Can You Hear Me? And on vocals there in the band, the Groovy Shirt Club, on vocals there was, where did she go? Ola Brown. And Robert O'Neill on guitar and vocals as well. Bruce O'Neill as well on piano. Mike Gorman. They're a nice group of people there. And on keyboards, and Richard Sadler on bass, I think. Neil Bullock. Yeah, in fact, they all come from different bands. We've got BBC Big Band, Mika Paris, Beverly Knight, band members in there, the Manfreds, Kid Creole Culture Club, that's Mike Gorman. You've got some great artists in this Groovy Shirt Club band. Luke Mornay, would you like to go first, please?
Yeah, I loved it. I loved the mix. It was quite spacey, which was good. It reminded me also of Sixto Rodriguez and his Sugarman song, and which was really great. And I think an opportunity was missed because in the beginning they packed the track with the Can You Hear Me? And then it just disappeared. But they could have used it after every breakdown or musical parts that will really, let's say, anchor the song into something really good, really a hook, make it a hook, to start every beat after every musical part. Yeah, it was great. For me, it was the only thing that was missing because at some point I didn't know what I was listening to because I was losing the, let's say, the direction of the track. I was a bit lost in the song at some point.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Dick Mornay. Danny Gillespie.
Well, I was enjoying the musicianship and the instruments and everything. I felt actually I would have liked his voice a bit clearer or meatier or dirtier or something. It was if you're going to be the lead singer of that kind of backing, you've got to have some more balls to it in a way. That was the only fault for me. And you did get a bit lost because I wasn't quite certain where the structure of the song was in a way. It was missing something. But I was enjoying, the organ and everyone else is playing. I just would have done something to his lead vocals if,
I thought it was female. Was it not a female on the lead vocal there? Was it a male? I don't know.
Oh God, have I missed the gender as well?
It doesn't really matter.
That you don't piss somebody off by. You think it was a woman?
I think, yeah.
Ole, well,
no, Ola, Ola Brown, Ola Brown. I don't know.
Oh gosh, well then, well, if I don't know, then there's something wrong with the production, with the voice. I wanted more oomph to it.
Of course. Okay. Thank you for that, Dana Gillespie. And Barry Upton.
I really enjoyed it because of the same thing as Dana. I was enjoying the musicianship. I love a good Hammond organ. And I was enjoying the vocal up to a point. And I'm going to sound like Steve Lillywhite here. So this is the Steve Lillywhite moment. When you're doing a vocal, is it a 10? Is it a 10? I think she or he has given a 6 or a 7 because there was a moment where they really embellished the vocal and it went up high and it sounded great. It really grabbed you. And I just thought, why didn't they put a bit more of that in the song? That's the only time it's happened in the song. And it could have happened earlier on in the song. So therefore, I don't think the vocal has been performed as well as it should have done.
Or could have.
Sorry?
Yes, indeed. Okay, well, thank you for that, Barry Upton. Well, yes, and by the way, Steve Lillywhite is currently taxiing right now. So, Steve, from all of us, lots of love, and we wish you a safe journey, safe travels back to Indonesia. So, Smiley Barnard, would you like to give your comment?
Yeah, I thought very early on that, as you said, it was going to be a band of merry men. Of people who have played with loads, because that was class. That everybody was absolutely bang on musicianly. I thought it was a her, but I'll stand to be corrected. Dana, I don't know, but I thought it was a her. I thought the only thing that let it down was potentially the song. The song didn't quite catch fire. I was waiting for the Steve Lillywhite middle eight to really take it up a notch, but it was brilliantly played. Like you won't hear a better performance musician-wise today. But I thought the musicianship outshone the song slightly. That's my only negative. So massive positive.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Has everybody spoken on that track? Yes,
he or she.
I believe so. He or she. Yes, on. On whatever it was. Well, we have time now very quickly to play one more this morning, and this is from Steve Strawhead. The track is called Tongue Twister.
Peter Piper picked a pepper. Red lorry, yellow lorry. That's quite some speech to make things better. But you don't even say you're sorry. Your sugar-coated tongue has twisted you undone. I'd like to thank you, it's been fun. But now our pheasant plucking's done. 'Cause you're a tongue twister, twisting each beautiful phrase. But I just can't resist you rolling your R's in my face. She sells seashells on the seashore. Once you start, you just can't stop it. Whoa, you slipped your tongue through my front door, and you tried to unlock it. Such a forked and honey tongue, been talking funny for too long. I'd like to thank you, it's been fun, but now our pheasant plucking's done. 'Cause you're a tongue twister, twisting each beautiful phrase. But I just can't resist you, rolling your R's in my face. I just can't take another snake. You slip, slide and you slither. It's my mistake, the bet I make. Each time I just forgive you, and with each kiss there comes a hiss. Your lines are wearing thin, but stick or twist I can't resist each time you shed your skin. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would? Well, I don't suppose she knows the pros. She throws, she says she should. You're a tongue twister, twisting each beautiful phrase. But I just can't resist you, holding your arms in my face. 'Cause you're a tongue twister, twisting each beautiful phrase. Oh, but I just can't freaking resist you, rolling your arms in my face.
My God, I laughed all the way through that. We all did here. What a wonderful, wonderful set of lyrics. Absolutely fabulous. Dana Gillespie, Dana and I were in tears here.
I'm reaching for my hanky. I'm crying.
rolling, just rolling your R's in my face. So irresistible. Okay, so Dana, would you like to go first, please?
Yeah, well, I was hysterical all the way through. I still am laughing. And of course, tongue twister, it made me think of that sentence, cunnilingus. It sounds like a tongue twister to me. That used to be a sentence that was always talked about in studios. Anyway, I find it amusing. I actually quite enjoyed some of the instrumentalism that started it off. I mean, I suppose it's got an element of piss take there to the fact that Dawn and I are in hysterics. I don't know about you guys, but it really set the girls off. I mean, I'm almost speechless because it was kind of funny. I didn't dislike it because of that. And how much would Chuck? I mean, he got words in there, and I could understand the words, which was even better for me. I didn't dislike it, but I don't know that I'd want to keep hearing it because I would just keep laughing, which is no bad thing, I suppose. But there was a lot of nice things about it once one had got over the giggly lyrics. Well,
yes.
Steve Strawhead. Where's he from, by the way?
Steve Strawhead is from somewhere in the east of England, I believe. I think he's tuned in and listening as well right now. He's had some real success on Jukebox Judgement in the past where we've really thought that
the revival chart as well.
And the revival chart. Yes, that's right. He's an artist who's been releasing songs for more than 20 years and a very, very good lyricist.
Well, I enjoyed it in a funny way. Thank you, Steve Strawhead.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun. Barry Upton. Sorry, guys, we need to go 1 second. We need to go quite quickly around the room as well because.
Okay. You girls have
Sorry, too much laughing.
No, I really enjoyed it. It's a lot of John Otway in there, and with the lyrics, and well done, Steve, for rhyming slither with within you, or within you, or something like that. I can't remember what it was now, but it struck me as very, very good. And there were bits of the lyrics which I thought, I shouldn't be liking this, but it is so funny, and you're getting away with it. And it was excellent. It was pure entertainment, which, as you know, is one of the key things for me.
Absolutely. And Smiley Barnard.
Well, anybody who can melt two beautiful ladies in front of my eyes in the space of 30 seconds gets my vote. That was brilliantly executed. And I'd like to hear it again, because I want to rehear the lyrics, because it's such a clever play on tongue twisters, basically, with a little bit of a carry-on sauce in there. So really clever, Steve. You are a very clever man. You get my vote.
Yes, absolutely. And Luc Mornay.
Yeah, the delivery was brilliant. Steve is really good, on that. His songs are always great. So another good one. So I will make it short so we have the time to move on. But congratulations to Steve Strawhead.
Thank you very much, Luc Mornay. And okay, let's move forward with the vote. Who is our winning songmeister and singer and the whole thing? Who is the winner of Jukebox Judgement today? Barry Upton, would you like to give your 10 points, please?
Okay, my 10 points goes to, I've got two, the first and the last. Steve Strawhead, I gave 10 to, and also Joe Osgood, I gave 10 to. I think I've got to go with the very first one, Joe Osgood, because we just we're all blown away by it. And
Absolutely.
It was a great track, yeah.
Thank you very much.
I'm going with Joe Osgood.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Barry Upton. And Smiley Barnard.
I agree with Barry, 100%. First song and last song. But I'm going to go with Joe. Joe just pipped Steve in a close finish at the end.
Okay.
Well done.
Thank you very much, Smiley. And Danny Gillespie.
Well, I enjoyed Steve. I actually quite liked Amber May, but for me, Joe Osgood he's not just 10. I think he gets 11, to quote Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap.
Fabulous.
Joe Osgood he's listening to the show, and he's just sent a message saying listening with a wide-eyed smile. And
yes, is he playing live? I want to know where he's doing a live gig in London.
This man is a very talented musician. He has done a live gig for a live Jukebox Judgement as well, and he's very good live. I'll let you know wherever he's performing live. I'm sure he'll let us know as well, and we'll plug him. Luc Mornay.
Yeah, I had 3 10s actually. Steve Strawhead and Evil and Joe Osgood, obviously.
Evil,
but
yes.
Joe's good was it was clearly fantastic and clearly the winner for me.
Okay, that's wonderful. So we have all the judges. Now, from an airplay perspective, yes, there was a lot of entertainment with, in fact, there was Amber May with Love You Right. That was really rather good. There was Evil with Get With Me. Fantastic. There was Steve Strawhead. Extraordinarily good, very entertaining, very, very clever lyrics. But from the best track point of view and the most commercially viable track, I would say it has to be Joe Osgood and the Fathers of Light with Never Believers. So so this is the song that we are going to play out on. Listeners, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations have to go to, hang on a minute, have we got the right thing here? No, not that. Oh, yeah. Congratulations have to go.
We'll do it ourselves. Don't forget my show at 4:00.
Joe Osgood. Yes, and Barry Upton's show is on at 4 p.m. today. Joe Osgood, congratulations. You are the winner of this week's Jukebox Judgement. Oh, if I can get this to play now. Does it want to play? No, it's going to just be, naughty. Here we go.
Watch this about the never believers. They say they're gonna leave us. I know they're only moving on. And what's that about the people around me? They feel like they're drowning, rolling in on a crestfallen wave. So hold tight, darling, in the dead of the night, when dreams move you like an ocean liner, heading for a distant shore. It's your smile shows me that you feel worthwhile. I'm calling on the draw of a breath when there's no more to be said. I found a long lost love on a desert freeway. I just stopped by. I can take it or leave it, just don't see the movement that much anymore. I found a long lost love on a desert freeway. I just stopped by. I can take it or leave it, just don't see the movement that much anymore. Who's there tiptoeing down the silent stairs? I love you 'cause you're always there, though sometimes seems I just don't care. But I'm sure you'll see you heard it all before, but you drew me like a guiding star. Never had to travel quite that far. I found a long lost love on a desert freeway. I just stopped by. I can take it or leave it, just don't see the movement that much anymore. I found a long lost love on a desert freeway. I just stopped by. I can take it or leave it, just don't see the movement that much anymore. Whoa. I found a long lost love on a desert freeway. I just stopped by. I could take it or leave it.